All right, we'll go through this question one of one of the paper for test one. All right, so shall we start? Okay, so these are the questions we'll be doing, and let's go to the next page. Okay, so question one. So if n intersection or just intersection or number of b minus a, it means that you exclude a there. It's more like a is subtracting, is equal to 23. All right, then number of a union b is equals to 100, and the number of a intersection b is equals to 35. Find the number of a. So the way we can answer this question is actually by saying, let's say we have two sets there. All right, so these are the two sets that we have, right? Okay, so I'll say this is the set A. I can say set B. Then this is the set A. All right. So what I'll do is I'll say these guys, they have the intersect of that 5. So I'll write that 5 there. Okay. Then they are saying now number of elements or just the value of between A and B such that A minus B. In short, we want just the part where B is found and D, we exclude A. All right. I'm sure this is the part that they're talking about. So you put there 25. I mean 23. Okay. So from there, then you need to have some numbers in A alone. Okay. Now they are giving us to say A union B is equal to what? 100. So they are 100 when you add them inside there. So say 23, all right, plus 35 plus this x is equal to what? 100. Okay. So now we can now say 23 plus, okay, 23 plus 35. What is that? Okay, that is 58. So say x plus 58 is equal to 100. Okay, so we subtract, we group the like terms and say 100 minus 58. All right, so this will give us what? 42. So 42 is the number of just A. Okay, so number of A is equal to what? 42 for this case. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll do this. Let's do this. We need to actually see if we put 42 here. All right, we put 42 here. Since we are saying that's 42, let's add now if we get the same number. All right, so we are saying 42 um 42 plus 23 plus 35, so it's giving us 100. All right, so meaning that those are the numbers of A. So now in A, what we do is that was just the value of X that we didn't have. So we want to find the number of what? The number of A alone. So what you do is you add A plus this one. All right, so that will be now 42 plus 35. 42 plus 35. That will give you 77, right? Meaning that just for A there are 77. You see, just for A. All right. Then again, just for B it will be something else, like 50, 58, something like that. So for B, it's just you add this 42 plus again the 35 that we have there to get 77. So those are the number of what? A. All right. So let's go to the next question. So the next question says solve the following equation. So we'll solve this equation first, as it is simple. All right. So by the end of this video, we'll be able to even actually, if it was you who was writing during that time, you'd have at least gotten some marks, let's say 20 marks or just 20%, of which you are remaining 80% to get everything. So what we are going to do here is we'll say this is 3 over x minus 3, all right, plus 5 over x minus 4. Then is equal to x squared minus 20, all right, over x squared, then minus 7x plus 12, like that. So what we'll do is I'll simplify this one. I'll say what is common there is say x minus 3. All right. Again, here is x minus 4. All right. Just like that. Then you now cross multiply. So this one will be 3 times x, that would be 3x, right? 3 times if negative 4, that would be negative 12, like that. Then again here we'll say plus, okay? This 5 times x, that's 5x, right? Then 5 times negative, that is in negative 15, right? Then is equal to x squared minus 20, all right, like that. Then we'll say x squared minus 7x plus 12, like that down there. So what we'll do here is on top there we can simplify. We can see there 5 and this one will give us what? 8. So to have 8x, all right, that and that would be negative 27. Negative 12 minus 15, that is in negative 27, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Then over x minus 3, okay? Then x minus 4, okay? Then is equal to, so what we do here is x squared minus 20 over, we simplify here. I'm sure it can be factored out using, we can just factorize this one. So we are saying we'll solve this one, x squared, all right, minus 7x, then plus 12. So what are the numbers when we add sums? They give us negative 7. And when we multiply them, they will give us what? 12. I'm sure that those numbers are, um, I'm sure it is in negative 3, all right, and negative 4. Okay, when you multiply this, they'll give you positive 12. So you bring them like that, the way they are, all right, like that. Then they mean this one. This one is a combination of everything there. So you put plus 12 there. Okay, so meaning that you can factor out what is common. X is common there, minus, that is 3, all right. Open bracket, again, what is common there? In fact, I'm supposed to do this here, all right. So what is common there is, what is common here is actually negative 4 just, okay. So open bracket, there will be x, then there will be negative, because when you multiply, if you were to reverse into it's supposed to give us positive. So I'll light 3 there, right? Hope this is okay. So these ones are the same, we can see. So we'll light x minus 4, open bracket, then x minus 3, like that. So that is the answer. So we'll put those ones down there. That will be x minus 3 if I want, just the way you want to arrange them. Then that will be x minus 4. Okay, so from there, then you can see these ones, they are found on the both sides. So I can just multiply with throughout the equation. All right. So I'll say x minus 3. All right. Again, x minus 4. Both side, even this side, I'll do the same. Now I can't just, so once I do this, this will go, and also this side, if I replace the same thing, all right, again this one will go. So I'll remain with, hope that is clear, they have cancelled. I'll remain with this, what I want to write below here. Okay, so that will be okay, so that will be so now we have 8. Okay, so that will be that will be an 8x minus 27, like that, then is equal, those ones have cancelled, then is equals to what? X squared plus 20, like that. So we group the right terms. So I'll allow the other thing to go that side, then that will be x squared, all right. Then we'll have negative 8x, all right. Then we'll have that is negative 20, right? Then we have now positive 27, because this one will go that side, will become a positive. So this one we can simplify. So we have x squared minus 8x, all right? Then what is this? What is the value? Negative 20 plus 27. That would be what? Just the positive 7, right? So we want numbers again. When we multiply them, they will give us 7. When we add them, they will give us negative 8. I'm sure those numbers I can put are negative 1, all right, and also negative 7. So when you multiply this one, they'll give you positive 7. When you add, they'll give you negative 8. So those are the numbers. So I'll just replace there negative 1x, which is just negative x, again negative 7, like that, plus 7, like that. You see? So they are just replace this one represent the whole root of this one. So now that we have seen the way to work quadratic, I mean factorization method. So what we'll do is we'll look at what is common here. So say x, then that will be negative 1. Again, what is common here is 7. So I'll write negative 7. All right. So I'll write 7 there, then minus 1, like that. So we can see that we have x minus 7. All right. x minus 1 like that. So then remember it was equated to 0. This one was equated to 0 like that. Okay. So that was equal to 0. Just the same thing. So now say x will go the other side 7. That will be positive 7. Then again x will be what? 1. So those are the answers that you are supposed to write. Okay. So now that now that we are done with those ones, so let's go and we solve this one as well. All right. So we go and solve that one as well. Okay, so solve it very fast. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, this is a very simple question that we involving absolute. By the way, when you see something absolute, this simply means that the answer can be positive or negative. Absolute simply means let's say we have the point 0 here. Then you are found to say you are judging yourself to have the answer going this side or going this side, all right, on the number line. So it's just the distance on the number line. That's the absolute. So on the number line, we know we have positive or negative. So whenever you see absolute, just see positive or negative we need. All right. So what we do is we say 5, all right, absolute value of 1 minus 4x, all right, then minus 15 is equals to 0. So what we'll do is we'll take this 15 to the other side. So remain with 5, absolute value 1 minus 4x, all right, then is equals to 15 like that. So we divide throughout by 5, divide throughout by 5. That will be 1 minus 4x, all right, is equals to, divide that will be 3. Okay, by the way, still in the absolute. Absolute simply means positive or negative. When you remove them, they will mean positive or negative. That's the meaning of absolute value. Sometimes you can just square them, then you'll be able to find still your answer. Okay, so you can square again, you still find the same answer. So you can remove them by squaring both sides, all right, but you still get the same answer. I advise you to use this recommended method. Okay, so what we do here, for us to remove this absolute, I'll say positive or minus, open bracket, minus 1 4x, all right, then is equals to 3. So the first choice, I'll get a positive, so I'll just get the way it is. So I'll have 1 minus 4x, all right, which is just positive. We'll multiply everything there, will be positive, then that will be 3. So when you divide, you cross multiply there, that will give you what? Okay, so that will be now negative 4x is equal to what? 2 like that, because that one when it goes, that will be 2. Then divide throughout by negative 4, by negative 4. So your answer there will be what? Will be negative half. All right. When you divide throughout there, you have negative half, just like that. So that is about the first one. So let's go also to look. We use the negative side as well, because it's a distance on a number line, and we need to find it on both sides. So what we do is we say negative now of 1 minus 4x, all right, is equal to 3. So we say we distribute this. So I can just divide by negative 1 by negative 1. If I want, I can distribute inside. It's still be the same. All right, so that would be 1 minus 4x. Okay, that would be negative 3. So we take to the other side. So that would be negative 4. All right, x is equals to, now that will be negative 1, which will give us negative 4 when that one goes to the other side. Then divide throughout by negative, so that will give us x is equals to what? You cancel that, that will give you 1. All right, they are both negatives. So that's about that one. Let's go to the next question. So the next question says, rationalize the following. Rationalize the denominator. So you are just concentrating on the denominator part. So they want you to do something with the denominator. So what you do is, um what you do is what you are going to do is you go and multiply by its conjugate, the denominator. Since they have mentioned the denominator, if it was the numerator, would have done the conjugate. If I have a plus b, all right, the conjugate of this thing is a minus b, all right, then you do this, you multiply throughout. You just want to change something, and there's nothing you change because this is 1, you see. So that's what we'll be doing here. So we'll say 5x root of what? 3 They are saying nationalize the denominator. So now we'll go on the denominator and change some signs. So 2x, all right. Then over. So that will be 2 minus x like that, okay. So now we are multiplying throughout the conjugate of that. So the conjugate of this will be 2 plus, okay, um, 2 plus root of x. So the same thing, I'll say 2 plus root of x. You see, this is 1. So I'm just playing. There's nothing I'm doing. I just want to change something, the nature, but the equation is still the same. I've changed nothing in the question. So what I'll do is we multiply. It's more like you're multiplying this one throughout with this and this one throughout with this. So 5x times that. So they are not like terms. So this one will multiply with what is just in front there. That will be what? Once you multiply that, it will just multiply outside. You can't enter inside because it's not in the root. So you say 5x times that, that will be 10x. Okay, so that will be 10x. So that will be 10x. Then root what? 3, like that. Then plus, you multiply again, that will be the same thing here times that. Now inside they'll have x can go there or in the root, so those ones will match. So we'll say 5x, all right, root 3x, like that, okay. Then again, we are done with this part. We go to this part. This 2x there times 2, that will be just plus 2 root 2x, like that, okay, because this 2 is just multiplying with the 1 which is here, okay. Then again, the same inside 2 root there, inside we have what? We have plus x, and x will multiply. That will be x squared. Root of x squared will find outside x, you see. So if you multiply x times root x, okay, this is same as x squared inside, which is x squared inside, that will be just x. That's the reason why x has come outside, but for a 2 will remain inside there, okay. Hope that is clear. Hope that is clear. Then, okay, I'm sure we are done. We have 1 2 1 2. So this one has gone, this one has gone, this one. We are done. So what we are going to do here is now down there, all right. So these are different of 2 square. If I have a minus plus b, all right, a minus b, this can be written as a squared minus, by the way, right, minus b squared, like that. So that's what to do. So get one of these, all right, down there, because they are difference of 2 squares. So I'll say 2 squared minus root x squared, okay. So I'll group the like terms on top there. So we can say there are things that can be cancelled here. I'm sure it's just a matter of grouping the right terms. Let me group them. So we have that one for the root. They all have roots. So I'll just leave it the way it is, because there is not this one. They are not the same inside. We just want things that these ones can add. All right. They have no. They are on the root. Okay. So these ones they are on. So let me start with this one. 10x root of 3, like that. Okay. Then plus. Okay, so these ones they are in the root. So what do you do to the since they are not the same in the root, what to do? Let me just do this 5x root of 3x, then plus 2 root 2x, like that, then plus x root 2, like that. Then here, let me just work with what is down there. So what is down there, that will be 4 minus root inside there, that will be just squared, which will just give us x, you see. So that will just give us x, okay. So that's about this one, and we can further simplify if we want there. Okay, if we want, we can say, but we can end here if you feel like to end. So you say 10x, okay, root of 3. Then this and this, they are all matching. They can match inside. So what you do is you add these ones inside. That will give you. So that will be, we have outside there, we have 5x, okay, plus 2, then root. So this should be like that, okay. So that will be 5x. I just want to write it like this. then x root 2 like that if I want. Okay, and also this one, no, they can't, and they can't add, so you just leave it like that. Okay, so if I want, I'll leave it like that. So there's no harm, so you can leave it. You can simplify even this one and this one, you can do something, but for now we can end it. So how do we use this one? um Synthetic division. So sometimes synthetic division, it can be called rational root theorem. So since it can be called like that, what we are going to do is, okay, so since it can be called rational root theory, we'll use rational. So what you do here is you solve this one. Say they are saying is dividend. So meaning that it can be divided by what? By this number to give you 0. So meaning that you have 4x, I mean 4m. Okay, so 4m plus 5. So let's say is equals to 0 because they need to give us 0. Then what we'll do is we'll find the value of x. So that will be 4m, all right, is equal to negative 5. All right, we divide throughout by 4. So that will be 4. In short, m is equal to what? Negative 5 over 4. Okay, so m is equals to negative 5 over 4. So that's the value of x in short from that dividend or that quotient. So negative 5 over 4, that will be m. So m is equal to negative 5 over 4. Okay, so what we'll do is now for you to write the rational theory, you put that m, all right? You put m there, all right? Then you do this, then you put those values, okay? So let me just, you put those values like that, okay? Then you bring this one, the coefficient only. So the coefficient there of the first answer is what? Um, is 4, okay? Then the coefficient there is negative 7. The coefficient there is negative 11. The coefficient here is what? 3, positive 3. So what you do, this is the value of m, right? You put the value of m there. All right, so the value of m is what? Negative 5 over 4. So what you do, you drop this 4 there, okay? So you multiply this 4 times the, so negative 5 over 4 times 4. So that will just give us negative 5, all right? So negative 5, you add that to give you positive, it will give you 12, right? Negative 12 when you add, they are all negative. Then again, this one multiply times that to get the value here so that you can add. So we'll say negative 5 over 4 times negative, that is the, times 12 like that. So times 12, that would be positive, of course. So we say this into that, that would be 3, right? So, okay. So that is 3, then times that, that would be 15. Okay. So that is positive 15. So you multiply that, that will give you positive 15. So positive 15 plus that, that will give you what? 4 when you add. Okay, small like subtraction and you get 4. Okay. Then the same thing here times this value times 4, it will give you what? Negative 5 because the 4 will cancel. Negative. You add this, that will give you what? Negative 2. Like that. Okay. So from there, this is what we use. Now the final step, what you do, you get this value here, which is down. Hope that is clear. You get this denominator there and divide throughout to simplify this and attach the values of x. So in short, the equation is 4x, all right, or 4m squared now because it is from cubed is now squared. So this is the remainder, right? So this is the remainder. So what you do is, please get me clear here. After you do this, if sometimes it can be 0 here, we don't care. But on the remainder, you always put this value here, which is here. All right? You always put that value. So what you do is, you get this value, which is down this one. All right? So you put that 4, all right? You divide throughout by that denominator which is there. So in the case of like this, so you put 4 there, then you put 4 there, you put 4 there. Then here, you don't do anything here, okay? We'll use the whole lot of this to divide that. So what we'll do here, we'll simplify that would be 1, all right? So in short, it's just 1mx squared now. It has reduced. That will be negative what? Negative 3, all right? So you say negative 3 m, just like that, because it's now reducing and descending order like that. Then that will be 1. All right. So Then this negative 2, you divide throughout by what? By the same value here which you had. So that will be 4m plus 5. So what we do here is finally the values, or the final answer is now you write m squared minus 3m plus 1, then over minus 2 over 4m plus 5. So sometimes you can get 0 and you just remain with this answer. If this remainder was a 0, you get. So that's how you do a synthetic division. So your final answer, this is the final answer. You say is m squared minus 3m plus 1, then negative 2 over 4m plus 5. Okay, thank you very much. I'm sure we are done. Let me check if there's another question remaining. Okay, this is the end. Thank you very much for watching the video. Usamba.